In this video, I will be discussing the ending of Outer Wilds Echoes of the Eye, so I would greatly suggest that you finish the story before watching. There once was a species of avians native to a moon in a far-off solar system. We don't know if they're particularly religious or objective or the specifics of what they believed, but we can glean from what we found in the simulation that they had games like chess, and they were clearly a scientifically advanced people, capable of copying consciousness through some sort of synthetic fire. One day, one of their scientists discovered a wave, some sort of signal coming from a far-off solar system. They believed it to be a god, and to meet this god, they were willing to destroy their entire homeworld and civilization. They industrialized so quickly that all of the resources on the world were burnt out. They used these resources to build a ring world that could travel them across the light years of dark space safely. It wasn't until they arrived to the source of the signal that they found the eye of the universe. They scanned it and imparted its information directly into their minds. They were unable to perceive the quantum infinity of the eye, and it drove these scientists who discovered it insane. And logically, they feared it, but they made a mistake, what I consider to be a mistake. They decided to hide this information away from the rest of the universe. Instead of progress, they chose nostalgia. They decided to upload the memories of their homeworld into a computer, and the rest of them would live out their lives within this simulation. But one of them disagreed. One unnamed individual thought that what they were doing was wrong. So he, I'm going to say he for ease, he left the simulation and disabled the signal blocker that was preventing the eye from speaking to other people. For this, he was imprisoned within the simulation in a room that he would be unable to escape from. Over the next centuries, their society decayed as their station was forgotten behind some sort of cloaking field. Many, many years later, the Nomai heard the signal that the prisoner allowed to escape. This signal that the prisoner released allowed the Nomai to find the Harthian system. And as we all know, that led into the events of the base game. So by proxy, this avian, this unknown alien species, was both responsible for hiding the signal, but one of their members was also responsible for freeing it just long enough for the Nomai to find it, for which he was punished. If this one person, if this prisoner, had never released that one signal into space, the eye never would have been found. But his story does not end in death, for if we replay the base game's ending, we find him in the ancient grove. And he gives to the next world in the same way he gave to us, in the same way Solanum does. He gives us an image for a new species that will come about within the next loop. And finally he finds rest, the same as the hatchling,